So this is absolutely crazy. So with all the COVID stuff going on, all the different countries are basically sort of given their own policies that they have in terms of their borders and whatnot. Now, Norway, the NTNU, the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, roasted the life out of the United States of America. Honestly, this is a burn that's going to be, it's going to hurt a lot. All right, it's really going to hurt a lot. So, here's a message that they shared on Facebook. It says, in accordance with recommendations from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, NTNU strongly recommends that all NTNU students who are outside Norway return home. This applies especially if you are staying in a country with poorly developed health services and infrastructure and or collective infrastructure. For example, the USA. The same applies if you do not have health insurance. Ouch, man. And when I first saw this, I was like, this is too good to be true. It's fake. I went to the NTNU Facebook page and I looked at the post and I didn't see it. I was like, oh, it's fake. This is too good to be true. But no, it turns out they actually edited the post to take it out. They decided to edit the post to remove it. But this actually was the original message. And also, if you go to the NTNU website, ntnu.edu, they still have it up on here where it says, this applies especially if you're staying in a country with poorly developed health services. This also applies for countries with poorly developed collective infrastructure. For example, the USA, where it can be difficult to get transport to the airport if you don't have a car. So what's crazy is, we're getting double roasted, dude. We're getting roasted for our healthcare system and then also our public infrastructure in terms of transport. We don't have high-speed rail. For whatever reason, we're the only country that doesn't seem to focus on that. Public transit is supposed to be a huge, huge thing, especially when it comes to lowering emissions, due to less people driving cars. For whatever reason, and I remember even when I was a little kid, man, when I was 4 or 5, I remember there was supposed to be, by 2010 or something like that, they were going to have a train that can go from SF to LA. Looks like, that didn't end up happening. That whole big rail thing didn't end up happening, which is sad. I don't know why, but you're getting double roasted. And honestly, I'm glad this happened. I wish they kept the Facebook post up like that and it just makes it funny because remember when Trump was talking about the shithole countries and he was like, why don't we get people from countries like Norway? It's because we are the shithole country. Norway has all of these systems, strong infrastructure, transportational infrastructure, public infrastructure, and then also, in terms of healthcare, they have healthcare universal system. So what you're talking about is you're getting roasted, and so you need to step your game up, right? All the so-called American exceptionalist, America number one, all this stuff. I love to suck America's cock, and I shove the USA flag up my bumhole every night before I go to sleep, and then I do it while I listen to the national. All that garbage, right? Which means nothing. All of it means nothing, all right? Literally nothing. Meanwhile, you have a garbage healthcare system and a public transportation infrastructure system that's getting clowned on by Norway. If you really want to be as good as Norway, all right, a small country, you want to be as good as they are, you need to step your game up, all right? Step your game up, all right? Step your game up, all right? Get universal healthcare. Have high-speed rail like every other major nation does, China, Germany. Have serious infrastructure. Have actual universal healthcare. Okay, that's what you need to do here. Because this is just not, it's not a good look for us. But man, what a harsh burn that was from Norway. Oh, it's going to take a while to recover from that one. Ouch.